Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Star Blast Studios coming here with a brand new figure review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashi Nations S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Broly Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Now, I gotta say, this is one of the most controversial figures that have ever. This figure has been a very big controversy ever since it has actually been revealed to us by Tamashi Nations on Instagram with these figures, and I gotta say, for starters, that I don't feel like all of the controversy is necessarily warranted towards the figure, but I actually do find that there is a bit of things that I feel maybe should be complained about, but other than that, I think this figure is absolutely fine. So without any further ado, let's get right into this thing. So, for starters, looking at the detail, I gotta say, I really do love the way that this hair is. It's actually exactly the same as the initial Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta figure. They actually managed, to keep the colors consistent, which, I absolutely like. Now it looks like with the new Super Saiyan Blue Goku that's going to be coming out, they're all going to be having the same colors of the Super Saiyan Blue hair. So the fact that we're finally getting some consistency in this line is actually going to be really cool. I know one of the complaints that some people have with this Vegeta has to do with one of the accessories. Well, actually, it has everything to do with the accessories, which we'll go over in a little bit. But looking at the detail, this is the exact same body as the original 2.0 Super Saiyan Vegeta. So let me get this out real quick and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So other than the actual, I believe the feet, the toes on there being resculpted, everything on this body is exactly the same. Other than the hairs, it is just a straight up repaint of the original Super Saiyan Vegeta figure, which I don't mind at all. I don't think that there was really any need for them to go and make a completely different sculpt with this Vegeta, since there isn't really anything that they can go and change when making this specific Vegeta. So I think the amount of differences between this Vegeta and that one is just enough for it to be it's just enough for it to be like different from it. But I feel like one of the main things about this is just like this Vegeta is $60 and uses a whole bunch of already used parts, whereas this Vegeta was $50 and was not a web exclusive. So making this one a web exclusive, I feel, made this a little bit more money than how much it initially should have been. I feel like maybe the price on this Vegeta is a little bit high. I don't know why they made this one so high, since it's a whole bunch of reused parts. I feel like this would have been a really cool opportunity for them to go and do what they've been doing with the Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, and just make it so that their Gokus are at a very good price, which is like $40. I think that would have been a very good way to sell this figure, and I think would have helped them out a lot with getting more people into collecting into the SH.Figuarts line. But other than that, the figure, with those two things aside, this figure really does do its job really well. I mean, you're not really going to, other than the different paint apps, you're not really coming in here for in the sculpt for anything that is vastly different from the 2.0 Vegeta. But the differences between the two are actually pretty interesting. So without any further ado, to actually look at the differences, because I'm sure you guys have seen the reviews. We'll go over the articulation in a second. Let's actually go over the accessories, because other than the paint, the sculpt is exactly the same. So for starters, you do obviously get the Super Saiyan Blue hair right there, and you do get one of these faces, which I think I have a little bit of a quality control issue right there with the teeth, where I don't know what is going on, but either there is a scratch mark right there, which like that's something that went in there and dented the teeth, or just something in, I don't know what's going on, but they messed up with the teeth on this, and I don't know how to fix it. So yeah, that's that. And another face that they have right there for the Super Saiyan Blue head is the streaming face, which I think is done really well. I actually like the detail on all of these faces, other than the fact that they messed up a little bit on the teeth graded face. And then right here we have we have the first controversy that we know about on the internet, and that is the Super Saiyan Godhead. So one of the things that I know a lot of people have been complaining about is why does this Super Saiyan Godhead, look like this? It looks very weird. It's not the same way that it looked in the promo images. If the camera would focus a little bit more, I think that's one of the main reasons why okay, you know what? Let me just put this Vegeta off to the side. There we go. I think that's one of the main reasons why this thing has been getting a lot of controversy, is the way that it looks compared to the promo images, and the fact that he is smirking while he's in this form with this face. Because if you looked in the movie, Vegeta never did actually smirk. He just kind of had like a straight face when he was like battling Broly, and then he looked a little bit angry for a little bit, and he did look shocked, but he never actually did have this cocky smirk as a Super Saiyan God. So that's what I think the thing is going for. I actually kind of see their point, and I think it is a little bit valid. What I think they were going for initially was making this Super Saiyan Godhead a lot more accurate to what the manga has, because in the manga, when Vegeta went Super Saiyan God against Goku Black, he was a lot more cocky. But, this is the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, not the Dragon Ball Super manga. Either way, I really love the hair. I love the way that they painted it, and I'll have some comparisons soon with the Super Saiyan God Goku, see if the hair matches. And for the rest of the accessories, let me get them out of this thing right here. So you do get a thumbs up kind of hand, which is all of these accessories, these hands, they're all exactly the same that you get on the Super Saiyan 2.0 Vegeta. So you're really not getting any differences in terms of the accessories other than the heads. You do get a pair of style pose hands, just like you did get on the Super Saiyan Vegeta. You do get a pair of, where the heck did the other one? There it is. You do get a pair of Final Flash hands, like you do, and they're painted all gray, like they're painted a different color than the initial Vegeta, which I'm happy that they did that. And you do get a pair of open palm style hands, so you can shoot a big bang attack. And then you do get a pair of crossed arms, which all you got to do is you remove these parts right here at the arms, not the shoulder, but these two parts of the arms, take them off, insert that in, and you're good to go. But anyway, that's all there is to it for the accessories. So, for size comparison, here's the Vegeta, and let's take out the original, well, not the original, premium color edition of the original Super Saiyan Vegeta right here. And here he is next to the original Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, which you can definitely tell. I don't know why this Vegeta is so much taller than the rest of them. Kind of noticing that right now with having the Vegetas right next to each other. Here is the Scouter Vegeta. And okay, that thing is standing weirdly. And here is the Super Saiyan 2.0 Vegeta. And I gotta say, having this Vegeta, he definitely fits in there. Which, oh shoot, hold on. Almost forgot one Vegeta. Apologies, everyone. Here he is next to the Majin Vegeta, which I'll just try to stick right there in the back since all the Vegetas are kind of blocking the view. But now I made sure I got every single S.H.Figuarts Vegeta to have right next to this thing, so you guys know that how it scales around your other Vegetas. Okay, whoops, there it goes right there. So yeah, that's all the Vegetas right there, and you actually can swap out the heads on this Vegeta like you can all the other 2.0 Vegetas. So you can swap heads with this one. You can swap heads with this one. Let me just take out the ones you can't swap out heads with. Oh my gosh, these Vegetas are not standing properly. That is one issue with the Vegeta that I will kind of go over. It is the fact that they didn't really change his ankle, and so he is kind of having the same kind of issues standing, like all the other kind of Vegetas do. Always kind of had an issue standing, but yeah, you can interchange the heads on this Vegeta with this one, and with that one. So if you want to have this Vegeta right there in its Super Saiyan or its base form using the other figures, you are good to go with that, sir. And another thing I want to touch a little bit into before we actually get into the articulation is the fact that one of the things that people were complaining about is that they didn't include any fusion type hands, which, to be totally honest, I can see their point. It would have been really cool to be able to have a pair of fusion hands that will go with Goku, so that you can have that fusion pose when they go together and become Gogeta. But it's just like, I mean, to be totally honest, I can live without those. However, I do see the complaints with the people right there in the community. And another thing I wanted to touch up on is here is this Vegeta right here compared to the Demonical Fit head. So I know you guys probably have wondered what this Demonical Fit head looks next to the regular Vegeta. So I'm going to leave you guys up to decide which hair you think is better. There's a poll right here at the very top corner of the video, right around there. So if you guys want to go ahead and pick out which one you think is better. To me personally, I'm not exactly sure. Each one I feel has its advantages, but I feel like I'm leaning towards this one just a little bit more. But that could just be me being a little bit biased just because of the fact that, you know, it's a new figure and, you know, I'm excited for it. But comment what you guys think is the better hair. And for another comparison, here is the Super Saiyan God Vegeta head next to the Demonical Fit Super Saiyan God Vegeta head. And, you know, that's just another poll that I'll leave right here at the top. You guys pick whichever one you like the most. I think that this one I feel is a lot more easier to pick. Definitely this one I feel looks a lot better than the Demonical Fit. But the Demonical Fit one has its own advantages due to the fact that you have multiple different faces that you can actually change out with it. Whereas this one, you only have one face. So just something, you know, I figured, see what the community thinks on. Anyways, let's continue on. And for a couple more size comparisons, here's the Vegeta right next to the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, the Saiyan Rays on Earth Goku with the Super Saiyan Blue Demonical Fit head, and the full power Berserk Broly. So as for the articulation of this Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, we do get the regular ball hinge joint that Figuarts are known for. So you get him to look this far up. He looks that far down. He gets a little bit of side-to-side motion right there at the neck. You guys can see how the actual neck joint functions. Wow, Vegeta looks very scary and ugly without this face. Let me just put that back on there. The atrocity. So yeah, you get the regular range of motion right there. The arms kind of go out a little bit like that. You get a bicep swivel right there. Double jointed elbow, which goes in pretty far. You do get your standard ball hinge joint at the wrist, which moves in however way you want. I do want to mention though that you are kind of getting I am getting a little bit of paint rub on the shoulder, which I'll show you a picture of that right now. So do be careful when handling this Vegeta. I'm not sure what exactly is going on, but you know, that is something to be a little bit wary of. The torso kind of goes in, you know, this far forward right there, and it goes in, well, you got to kind of bring it in. It goes in this far back, so combining both of them, you can get them to go very far forward, and you know, pretty far back, you know, with the usage of the joint right there. You do get an upper thigh swivel. Oh yeah, you do get a waist articulation. Let me not forget about that. You do get an upper thigh swivel right there. And he kicks forward this much, which actually I do want to point this out real quick. If you have the Vegeta, and okay, let me just take this off real quick, so you guys can see the joint. Actually no, what am I doing? I'll just explain. I don't want to take this joint off, but you can see that this part of the joint right here kind of moves upwards and backwards. So if you have the joint kind of all the way forward, you can get the leg to kind of kick forward very, very far. But if you have this thing, you know, farther backwards, the leg isn't going to kick out as much. So you're going to have that kind of this has kind of always been a thing with Vegeta figures in general. So it's not necessarily an issue. So you see this one right here. If you have the torso all the way back, it only goes up this much, and I'm trying to bring it down. So you gotta, if you want to get it to like kick out properly, you got to bring the torso up a little bit more forward, bring this leg down, and then it looks like Vegeta is kicking properly. It's not anything new. That's just how you handle a Vegeta figure. So if the leg is doing that, just bring the torso forward, and you know you're gonna be fine. Upper thigh swivel. We went over that. Double jointed knees, and you do get the same exact ankle movement right there with the actual Vegeta, which it goes off to the side at a very weird angle. I wish they would have given us the kind of joints that they given us initially with the Gogeta. This would have been a chance for them to update their Vegeta mold a little bit, you know, giving us that kind of ankle articulation. But you know, I feel like they could have done that, but you know, it is what it is. You do get a toe articulation right there. So that is it for everything on this Vegeta. But overall, guys, with all the things that I've talked about in this review, I actually really like this Vegeta. I tried going over like all the problems in this review unbiasedly as possible. You know, I actually am having a lot of fun posing this Vegeta around. I feel like the armor, the way that he looks in this thing looks really, really sick. It's a nice combination between, you know, this armor and that. So, you know, it's just a really cool looking figure. I don't mind that it's the majority of it is reused parts. And, you know, I'm having a really good time with this Vegeta overall, despite what you may think out of me critiquing the review. So overall, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the review and was informed about everything that I can possibly think of on this Vegeta, because it was a lot to kind of go over. So if you guys enjoyed the review, go ahead and do what you do to the videos that you like here on YouTube. But anyway, guys, I hope to see you all in the comment section. Until then.